I was going to start off by saying good morning, but it's not. It's about 1:30 and I'm still in like my comfies, but I am going to go out on the bike. But I've been waiting because we've been having horrific weather. We've had hail, sleet, mega winds, torrential rain, and I've been like waiting and hoping that the weather would get better, and it has. It is sunny, and I'm going to head out on the bike, and I thought I would just take you along with me. So yeah, I need to do around 2.5 hours today, and yeah, didn't really feel like going out, but I'm gonna get my kit on and take you with me and go on a route. I'm going on a climb that I've not done before, so that'd be quite nice just to try something a little bit different. And yeah, let's go get changed, and I'll see you in a sec. So I was meant to be going out with Rafa this morning, but when I got up, I woke up about 8, the rain was like absolutely hammering down, and so I was like, oh, as much as I find it, and it is just more motivating riding with other people, I just couldn't get my kit on to go out and ride in the rain. And yeah, so I didn't go and ride with them. They still went out, good on them, hardy bunch. So yeah. Sort of go out on my own. I actually quite like riding on my own sometimes. It's just nice, just collect your thoughts.
Does anyone else have this thing? Do you know when you're putting the shoes on and the socks? I get really funny about that bit of the sock being in between my little toe. It really like bugs me, and I end up having to put my shoes on like 2 or 3 times. It kind of like sucks up into the little toe. Before I actually get outside, I'm just going to show you the winter bike setup. So it is a Cannondale Synapse. And got these new mud guards. I've not tried them yet. Well, I have. I tried them on the Canyon, but I've actually adjusted them so they fit properly. So I'll let you know if they're any good. So yeah, it's not raining, but there's potential, and the roads are going to be wet. So I just thought I'd give them a try. Also on my bike, this bike now, I've got. Oh my god, I'm so excited! The Stages power meter. I love having me some power. So yeah. Get that connected, and God, this is like a long video already. I'm not even out the door, so let's get a wriggle on. Sorry, there's been hardly any footage. I'm only about 25k into it. It's going to be about 50k, I think. But it rained and it was windy, and the camera, as expected, went into the bag because I didn't want to get it too wet. And oh, actually, I'm stood here trying to shield the wind. I probably should just stand this way because it's much nicer. But like, I'm on this climb that I've never done, and I really like it. Look at all these sheep. Come on. So yeah, it is pretty nice. But the reason that I've stopped, because I want to have a quick chat to you, is about because 2 or 3 of my friends at the minute have currently lost their cycling mojo, and I'm sure they are not the only ones, because the weather has been bad, and it's noise. Let me stand over this way. Oh no, the wind. That's my windshield. Yeah, so let me get back to it. The weather's been bad. We're coming out at the end of winter, and it's just crap. The weather has been crap, and so I want to kind of give you a couple of tips if you have like lost your cycling mojo. I definitely did when I came back from Gran Canaria. I felt ill, and I didn't ride for about a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. And so, a few little tips that I would give you. I'm going to wait for this monster thing to go past. Okay, let's get into it then. So what I would say to you, a couple of things, is look at the last maybe few weeks or the last month. Have you been overtraining? That's going to be a massive one. If you've been overtraining, you probably are going to lose your cycling mojo. I hate that phrase mojo as well, so you'll have to forgive me. Also, look at the sleep that you've been having. Have you been like having a lot less sleep? That's going to affect it. Are you eating enough? Are you drinking enough? So they're the things that I would look at to see that are going to be reasons why you don't feel like riding your bike as much. But again, if you're in like the UK or Europe, it's cold. It's not been fun to ride out. It doesn't like entice you when the weather is so rubbish. So equally, just be a little bit gentler with yourself, because we do it because we enjoy riding. None of us are professionals. We do it because we enjoy it. So my main tip is, if you are feeling like you don't want to ride, don't ride for a few weeks. Have a few weeks off. Your body will thank you for it, and I think you will just feel better for it. When I didn't have that off, I was half-arsed trying to ride, and I just was hating it, and I just like, do you know what, I just need to take a few weeks off. And then I felt a lot stronger when I came back, so that is what I would suggest to you. If you just really don't feel like riding, just give yourself a few weeks off, and just don't be too hard on yourself. So that is my tip of the day, and let's head on back up the climb. Apart from that great massive pylon, how pretty is that? Got some green fields and some yellow fields, some running water, some stream down there, and then there's a climb up there. What more could you want?
Oh, I am back from the ride. I'm sorry there wasn't that much footage. It got windy, it got wet, and I just left the camera in my bag. I was like, I just cannot be bothered to get it out because it's just wet. So that is why there's not much footage. But if you did want to have a look at the route, I'll leave the link to my Strava below, as always, if you want to have a quick look where I rode. It was really, really nice. I think I'll go back in summer. I promise to take you back and show you that climb like properly in summer, because it was just beautiful. So yeah, I reckon going back to the losing your cycling mojo thing, I think, like, I found that like a slog today, and it was only like 50k. So yeah, it's only 50k, and like I'm used to doing Audaxes a lot longer, and like I feel like, oh, it was just felt a bit of a slog, to be honest. So don't be so hard on yourself if you are feeling like you just want to have a little bit of time off the bike, or you're just not riding as much. I think we all are at this time of year, but the clocks go forward at the end of March, so it'll be lighter for longer, so that will mark the start of spring, which will be nice. I'm so excited for that. And it is even light now. I think it's about 5:30 and it's still light, so I'm like, yes, the longer days are coming. I don't know if you remember, a few videos ago I did like a winter kit video, and in it did loads of like different reviews of, well, all my favourite pieces of winter kit, and I didn't share any tights with you because at the time I'd not found a pair that I really liked. I have found this pair. I absolutely love them. I'll tell you why. This is not sponsored, by the way. Rafa did send me them to try. I'm always open and honest about that, but so did a few other brands. And even the brands that I've paid for in the past, these are by far my favourite out of all of them. And actually I'll tell you why. The main reason is, well, one of the reasons is they have, like, they're just a waistband, they just pull up, they're not actual bibs, they are just tights, and you can see they go up quite high, which I like. Yeah, and they've also got a zip at the top, at the back, so that's good for keys or a bit of cash in winter. Pulling them up. So I really like that about them. The other main thing that I really like is they don't have zips on the bottom, and some people might want zips like around their ankles, but for me, in winter, when you're putting overshoes on, I had a pair with zips on the bottom, and I just didn't like them as much because the zip would like dig into your ankle because you've got your overshoes on, and so I just prefer them without. And this is like a very specific reason why I like these. Some tights that I've had, they kind of like, the pieces of fabric are almost like two pieces sewn together around the knee, and I just feel like they fall down more. I don't know why. Whereas this, because it's all one piece of fabric, I just feel like they stay up better. So yes, I like them. I'll leave a link to them if anyone's interested. They're the Rafa Classic. Yeah, Rafa Women's Classic, I think. So if you're female, I do really like these ones. So yeah, I reckon that is pretty much it then for this video. It's not been that exciting because I didn't even really get to film much of the ride, but I hope you've enjoyed kind of coming out for a ride with me, I guess. But yeah, if you've got any tips for my friends who's cycling Mojo. Actually, if you remember, can you remember sweets called Mojos? When I was thinking about it, I was riding around about like losing your cycling mojo, and then all of a sudden I had this, like, I've not thought about this for years, and all of a sudden my grandma used to buy me these. They were Mojos, and they were all different flavours, but there was a banana flavour, and oh my word, that they were my favourite sweets. I'm a bit of a sweet That's like my downfall. That's like the worst thing I have is sweets. I love sweets. But anyway, what I was saying. Yeah, if you've got any tips to kind of help my friends like get back into the swing of cycling again, then just leave them in the comments. I would appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, then please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it a lot. So yeah, see you next video.